Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna explain the grid dimension on a project that we have. So you're familiar with this project. So we have the grid lines here, and we're going to construct the same grid line in Etabs. So two direction, we have x and y, and the z direction will be the elevation or the story height. We have it here. So come starting with the grid line first. So I'll go to Etabs. Since those grid lines are not symmetry, as you can see here, 165 centimeter, 150, 90, 10, 140. So you're going for custom. Go to Etabs. I'll click on custom grid spacing. Now before clicking on custom grid spacing, I need you to do something here. Then we will go to custom grid spacing. Why? Because Etabs made it in that way. When you click on custom grid spacing, whatever you wrote here, it will automatically be transferred to there. For example, if I go there, you will see still I have 4 by 4, 18, 8 meter between each other. Why they made it like this? For example, it's easier for us in the beginning to see how many grids I have it here. For example, there's 7 here, 7 grid on the other side, A, B, C. It's going to be 3 around. We have to add, it's not symmetry, but at least we can create something like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here, 7 in the other side. So we have 7 by 8 from the two sides. I can make it 7 by 7 in the beginning, 7 by 7, and the distance between them, for example 6 meter, I'll make it 3 meter. Doesn't matter here, those are just simple one. The only thing it's good to do in the beginning is the number of grid in the x direction. In the y direction I can make it 8, so 7 by 8 I have it. X direction, y direction, so the x direction will be 8, 7. Those doesn't matter because we'll go into custom grid spacing that you will edit the grid data. But if you go there, now you have for example, you have these grid lines here. So here when you're selecting this, I believe say grid in the x direction, in the y direction, the distance between them, it doesn't matter. But this will gonna help us when you go to custom grid spacing. You already have them here. Well, what if you don't? What if you leave them the way it is, 4, and then go here? No, not a problem. You'll be able to add as many grid as you want. You can see it from there. I can add, you can delete. So we will be able to adjust those things by ourselves. Let's say we don't have anything here, and we're going to create the grid line from scratch. So I can delete everything. This is X grid data, this is Y grid data, we have it here. So this will be appearing here, the grid line that will add them here, and this is the Y side. Now there is the way that the grids will be shown. We have two, data as coordinate or as spacing. I'll discuss those are what. The option for the bubble size, and those size, the bubbles are you want to make them smaller or bigger. This can be the grid system, the name of it if you want to give a name. Maybe sometimes you will have referring to this grid system and change it, you'll give a name to it. That's something you can do. Now if I add 1 here, so the ordinate is 0. For example, this is the x direction, I'll make it 1 here, 1. So if I add another 1, it will be 2. Now the distance between them, if I make this one 6, now the units here we have it, here. For example, this becomes 6 meter. Now is this 6 from 0? If I add another one, another one. Look, it will be 12. Now this 12 means what? The first part, which is ordinate, considers coordinate. This is 0, and this is 0, so this will be 6, this will be 12. It does not mean that between those two is 12, no, it's 6, but measured from 0. In the ordinate, everything will be measured from the first grid line. So if I add another one, for example 18, if I change this one, for example, to 10, this one, for example 12, so what will happen? Remember, those are measured from the beginning. How would you read the spacing between the grid lines? 0, 6 minus 0, 6, so between 1 and 2 is 6 meter. 10 minus 6, 4, so between 2 and 3 is 4 meter. 12 minus 10, 2, so between them it's 2 meter. 2 meter. This is a way to go for ordinate. If you click on the display grid data as spacing, what will happen? You'll get the spacing. So 1, 6 meter. Now 1, basically, if you go for spacing, what will happen between 1 and 2? 6 meter. The second one, the second spacing will give it to you like this. This is the first. It's the first spacing, 6, so you can see it here. The second one will be 4. The third one will be 2. And the last one is 0 because you don't have anything else. If you add, this will change here. So for example, if I now add here, add 1, if that will be 5, yes, I have to provide the distance between 4 and 5 in the 4. Here, which if I put 6 here, then click on the other one, so between 4 and 5 will be 6 meter. But 5, because it's waiting for 6, if 6 comes, then it will place something here. So this is how you do if a spacing. Might be easier because you have the spacing directly from the drawing here. You have them, for example, 165, which is 1.65, 1.5, 0.9. You can add them like this. Be easier for you. So let's do this one. Say start. I can go with ordinate. You have to add them together. That's also possible. In ordinate, what do we have to do? Let's say with the first one, 1.65. So 1.65. The second one, sorry, this is the ordinate. The ordinate is 0 here. My mistake. The second one will be 1.65. Then for the third one, what will you do? You'll just add them together. 165 plus 150, then plus 90 like this. Well, prefer this one to go. I'll directly write it here. The value that we have it, 150, 90, 10. So I'll go like this. 150, 90, 10. Let's say decrease this bubble size to 400. Still make it. It's possibly even 150 will be okay. Now we'll continue in this manner. We have it. We have it here, 90, 10, so 140, 265. That will be this part here. 140, 1.4. We'll add another one. So we have 1.4. And we'll add another one. We have it here, which the last one became 2.65. Remember, the last one will be 0. The last one will be 0. The seventh grid line here will be 0. Now, in the beginning, you saw me, I wrote 1 here in order for the numberings to go like this. 1, 2, 3, we'll understand. On the other hand, if you add 1 here, it will type A, so you will understand this is A. Similar things, I'll go for the spacing. If I add another one, automatically it will be B. So you'll go for spacing here that you have it between them, A to B. 1 meter, 2.1, and so on. So 1, 2.1. You'll write it directly here. 1, 2. You have to add first and then 2.1. You'll add, so you can add the letters that you have it. For example, how many letters we need here. We'll see up to H. Then you can add one by one. But remember, if you add the spacing between A and B, he will add it to A. B and C, he will write it in B. C and D, which is 2.1, we'll write it in C. So for example, 2.1 and it comes 2.6. So we write 2.1 here. This is 2.1, another 2.1, we have it. So 2.1 and then 2.6. Remember the way that you're reading the spacing. Then on E, what we're writing? We're writing between E. So E and F, which is 3.2, 3.1. And that's it. The last one again will be, we have another one here. I'm not sure if I made a mistake somewhere here. We have 100, 210, 210, 260, 32, 310, and the last one, 190. We'll add another one to the edge, and then here we'll write 210, where it's 190. 190. Now you have the grid lines in this manner. Set the bubble size, you can change them. You can always access this, remember, no worries. When you made a mistake, you'll access to this one. Now if you want to have the bubbles at the end of them, the two direction, basically the bubble location, both, you can make it both, be able to see in both direction, or just basically keep it the way it is at end. One direction will be seen. I'm going to go for that one in detail. Now if I press OK, this is pressing OK, you have it inside here saved. Let's just leave this one for now. The story will come back to it. So let's say just two story. I'll come back to the stories later. Now press OK. You will see your grid lines here and with the spacings written there. For example, the spacing that you have it written in between them to check, see if there is any mistake. Now let's say that those are very small, the bubbles. Yes, they're very small. What can you do? If you right click, you have add modify grid. So you click on this one. This is the grid system that we set the name of it. Then you can modify show, right here, modify show grid system. It will bring you back the same place that you can change. For example, the bubble size, I will make it 800, for example. Or if you change something, you want to change them, you'll be able to change them from here. And even the ordinates, like calculated, if you go for spacing, you'll see the same thing. Change it to ordinate, you know even the total, basically, spacing from the grid lines. It's up to you, as we said. Press OK, press OK. You'll see things gonna change there. Now this is how we draw the grid line. Now the grid line here, no worries, it will be shown in any story that you have it. So when you go to story, you'll still be able to see the grid lines. It goes through all the floors. In the next video, we'll talk about the story, similar things, discuss how to add story information, the height and the grid line, the elevation information. Thanks for watching.